Imagine making over $50,000 in a single month without having to chase clients that are sick and tired of paying crappy agency retainers because they've been burned too many times. Your average prospect has heard of the standard agency offer way too many times and has what's called offer fatigue. They're not willing to give you a chance unless you're going to charge like $100 a month. One of the leaders of the SMMA space, Joel Kaplan, is recommending you charge $500 a month. So if the average retention period is 3 months, which it is, you, sir, just made $1,500. Congrats, you could pay your rent once or maybe half of your rent depending on where you live, and it's not getting any better in this economy. Not to mention the amount of work you have to do, the ideation you have to do with the client, building the ad campaigns, creating the creatives, all to lose the client and have to do it all over again. And chances are you're bouncing from niche to niche because you're listening to a million different gurus, so you're never able to productize your service and you're driving yourself crazy. In this video, I'm going to reveal a secret agency model that literally nobody's talking about that allows you to charge $3,000 to $10,000 up front for a one-time service that actually improves the business. Whether it's hiring virtual assistants, building out CRM automations, setting up ads, or crafting sales funnels, among a whole bunch of different services I'm going to show you in this video, you'll be able to make a lot more money. And if you do the math, you end up making more per client while eliminating the grind of constant client retention. I call this the dynamic staffing agency model. I've taught this model to Danilo and Kiva and a whole bunch of other people that you can see here on the screen to help them land high-ticket clients effortlessly. And this has even gotten me featured on platforms like Yahoo Finance, MarketWatch, Investors Observer, Morningstar. And this isn't about spending a fortune on ads or having a massive audience. Even if you're starting from literally zero with no experience, no money, this method could work for you just like it has for my students. Throughout this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to implement this strategy step by step. I'm going to show you how to get your first client immediately. I'm going to even trash talk some of these gurus that I've paid thousands of dollars for the courses and mentorship. So the goal is for you to start closing big deals, okay? People focus too much on pricing and colors of their funnels and their buttons, and they're not focused on what's actually the most important, which is the offer. So if you have trouble selling or you feel awkward on sales calls, maybe you're a bit introverted and you just want to close deals and fulfill, this is literally for you. If you've struggled figuring out what to offer or felt stuck in the standard agency model, what I'm going to break down for you is literally going to change everything, and I'm not holding anything back. If you don't have the patience to sit here and watch this video, just click off now, okay? I hear Chipotle is hiring. I don't want my algorithm getting jacked up by iPad babies. The people who stick around are also going to get free materials and resources that you can use to start immediately. I'm excited. Let's jump into it. Like I said, I have a lot to go through, and I'm sure you can see a lot of faces right here. So I'm going to mention a lot of different creators and gurus that I've come across, whether good or bad, and tell you some stories of what happened, when I took their courses or their mentorship. To start off, we're going to jump into the standard agency model. As you guys know, I'm sure, you got Iman Gadzhi, you got Joel Kaplan that really push this model hard. I mean, I think I initially heard it from Iman Gadzhi, and this guy's been getting a bad rap lately, okay? So I'll put some devil horns on these guys. Joel Kaplan too, honestly. I've been hearing some bad things recently, but I'm sure these are cool guys if they watch my video, whatever. I'm not trying to knock you guys, but realistically, these videos won't be as entertaining if I hold my tongue. So standard agency model, you're usually charging $500 to $5,000 a month. Usually on the lower end, $500 to $1,000. That's, I think, the average nowadays because everyone's racing to the bottom in terms of price. Put a big X next to that. You have to run ads to get sales calls most of the time. Some people do cold outreach, but I think everybody has already heard of this agency model, obviously. And to be frank, I think way more people are agency owners than need agencies, okay? Supply and demand. Just think of it that way. Supply and demand. People are not needing agencies. Put a big X next to that. Saturated model, okay? Beginners galore. There's just so many beginners flooding into the space. What does that do for you? It makes it harder to sell. Offer fatigue. People are burnt out hearing this offer over and over again, okay? Retainer, right? Since it's a retainer model where you have to charge over time, every single month as you're continuing the services, you're charging them, okay? Big X next to that. Average retention, 3 months or less. Multiple factors here. One, with it being a retainer model. Two, the fact that you actually have to be really good at ads and produce results. And oftentimes when you're working with people that only want to pay you $500 to $1,000, they usually don't have big budgets for the ads. And because of that, it takes a long time to see some decent results. And because of that, they stop working with you. And then they take all of your assets and run with it. So I think we can all agree this is a dead offer, okay? Comment if you've tried this offer. If you've tried the standard SMMA model, comment down below. Let me know what you thought of it, how it went for you. Are you currently doing it right now? Do you hate yourself? Do you hate your life? Now, I'm not going to be selling you anything on this video, but I need to show you some proof here. These are people that have actually helped. You can see Michelle, okay? She said, God, this is such a great program. Joseph and his team, I've sold this program for $3,000 to $7,000, teaching people how to do exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. You can see I made over $51,000 in a month. I'm not going to pretend like that's every single month, but there's been a lot of months I've done over $50,000. Danilo, flight attendant, him and his wife, sold their first package, $1,700. Alessandra, her goal was $20,000. She hit $30,000 for the month. Then you got Genevieve, you got Leighton. Leighton did over $6,000 in a week. Kiva got her first sale with us, but she actually went on to do 4 sales in 1 week and made $8,000 in 1 week. Paul finished off the month with $16,487. Okay, and you can see I've been featured on these 4 platforms here. And you can see on the bottom here, I got Tesla. Okay, this is the same thing that I used to go ahead and buy my dream car, a Tesla. I don't know if you can see that there. All right, so let's jump into the juicy stuff. Okay, and I hope you like this visual. I put a lot of time and effort into it. When it comes to choosing what you want to sell and how you're going to sell it, you really have to consider who's the ideal person to go after. And the issue is that most people try to go after this little area right here. Okay, the 3% and the 37%. 3% of people are actually ready to buy right now. 3%. That's who most people go after. Remember what I said about supply and demand? Kind of an issue there, right? 30% of people are problem aware or are actually seeking a solution. So 40% of people are buying now or actually seeking a solution to their problem or know that they have a problem. 60% of people have no idea that they even have a problem. That's a majority of your ideal prospect. So when you're running ads or when you're making cold calls or you're sending DMs, however it is that you're choosing to get clients, stop expecting people to know that they even have a problem, okay? Don't DM people saying, hey, do you need help with running ads? Most people don't even realize that they need to run ads to then get more leads and clients. This is where most courses, programs, mentorships fall short. And this concept I actually learned from Sabi Subi here, which you can see in this photo, and his quantum growth program, which cost me freaking $12,000. It was insane. If you want to save yourself $12,000, watch the rest of this video and also read his book, Sell Like Crazy. Almost everything that was in that program is in this freaking book. I didn't realize till after. Now that we went over your target market and who you should go after, we're going to obviously dive deeper into the dynamic staffing agency. I'm going to show you how I like to get clients. I'm going to show you how I frame the offer and all that really, really cool stuff. But let's jump into really quick what makes a good offer. I want you to understand why I made it this way. None of this is random. It's well thought out. This is over 2 years of me crafting this offer and spending over $46,000 in mentorship just in the last year alone. So according to Alex Hormozi, shouts to him, definitely read his $100 million offers book if you haven't yet. What makes a good offer is high perceived value, solving a specific problem, meaning you know the exact type of person you're going after and what they're currently dealing with that they need to solve. The outcome that they're getting needs to be extremely clear and or it needs to have a high ROI, okay, return on investment. It needs to be very easy to understand. You should be able to say what it is that you offer within a sentence or two, okay? Easy to understand. Scarcity and urgency, you need to give them a reason to act right now, okay? You only have a limited amount of spots. You're giving them a specific discount that's gonna end at a certain time frame. And this could be 100% legitimate. You very well could only be able to service 10 people in a month. So just say, I can only take on 10 people. I've taken on 5 now. If I do anything more than that, I'm gonna drive myself crazy. I'm not gonna be able to fulfill. So I can only take on 10. Boom, let's put a nice little check mark next to that. And then bonuses, added value, okay? You wanna offer stack. It shouldn't just be one thing. It should be a conglomerate of different things, and it needs to look extremely valuable, whatever it is that they're getting. And that kind of falls in line with the high perceived value. All right, so this is where we're getting to the juicy stuff. Now, the reason why I have Ravi Abuvala here is because I was actually introduced to the idea of helping people with virtual assistants and staffing through Ravi Abuvala. Watched a lot of his YouTube videos. This was probably like 2-3 years ago I saw it. Hired my own virtual assistant. I was a real estate agent at the time in the #1 brokerage in the United States for sales volume called Compass. I had a team of like 7 agents. We were doing really well and I needed to delegate and outsource, so I started hiring virtual assistants for myself, and then I realized, wow, I can help other people get virtual assistants. People kept asking me, how did you get that virtual assistant? How much are you paying them? Why do they speak such great English if you're only paying them that much? You're able to help business owners that are overworked and working over 60 hours a week and don't have time for family and vacations and have great businesses, but are just juggling way too much. You can help them find assistants overseas for $5 to $7 an hour. Now in this service ranking, I'm gonna make this really fun, okay? And as of right now, it's not in any specific order, but I'm gonna rate them with colors, okay? Green, yellow, and red. Red being not as important, not as attractive of an offer, not something that you can actually lead with if you're doing outreach or if you're running advertisements, either because it's oversaturated or it's just generally not that exciting or needed. So we have text, email, automation, build outs. This is going to be yellow. And by the way, yellow is 2, red is 3, green is the best, #1. Now I marked it yellow because you can't really lead with this. A lot of people are offering things like this, but it's still fairly new, especially SMS automations. This is something I think of the last like maybe 5 years that people started going hard with SMS automations. Email automations, very common, people dripping out emails over time. But now the combination between the two is becoming really popular, but there's so many business owners that are not doing this currently. So there's a lot of opportunity here, but it's not quite green tier. Funnel building, I'll have to give that one a yellow. A lot of people know about ClickFunnels or Systemi.io or Go High Level, and a lot of people are getting really comfortable with building funnels, which is fine. It's still a pretty good offer. Would I lead with it? Probably not. If I want to get people into my ecosystem, I need to lead with something that's unique, not oversaturated, something that they don't really hear on a day-to-day basis. If you ask me about like advertising and automations, I see ads for people running my ads or building out my automations on a daily basis. I get DMs in my Instagram inbox on a daily basis for these things. So they're not red, but they're definitely not green. Now, ad ideation, I have to give it a yellow because a lot of people talk about running ads, but not so much actually crafting the ideas for ads. Same thing with creation, scripting, and edits. I'll give that a yellow. Now, ads launching. Everybody and their mother knows how to launch an ad. Okay, so I'm gonna have to give this one a red. I would not lead with this. This is basically in line with the standard SMMA model, okay? The standard retainer offer. Everybody knows how to launch an ad, okay? Or they could find out in 2 seconds off of YouTube. Training and coaching, just that alone, just training and coaching, I'd have to give that a red. No one cares. Everybody's a coach, a mentor, a trainer, whatever. Now, AI bot building. I'm gonna have to give this one a green because it's relatively new. This is something that's just been kind of brewing in the last year. AI bots that can actually have conversations for you, book appointments for you, be customer service. They can literally replace assistants within your business. And maybe you've heard of like AI agencies and things like that. That's not what I'm going to be talking about here. It's definitely becoming significantly more popular. I'm seeing ads here and there about it. I wouldn't say I see ads on a daily basis, but I think this is still something really strong to start with and to lead with because it's fairly new. Second thing would be virtual assistant staffing as far as the green tier goes. Now, what I'm about to say right now is extremely important and kind of the whole premise of this video. We already talked about what makes a good offer. Okay, high perceived value, solving a specific problem. I didn't even really touch on here, not being saturated. Okay, I know we went over here that the standard offer is just tremendously oversaturated. So this is going to play a major factor in what we choose to lead with. We want something that doesn't have offer fatigue. And I'm sorry, guys, but that's going to be number 1 here. And number 8, my personal experience with these offers. I've been on a lot of sales calls, man. You can see on my YouTube, I have a bunch of sales calls of me closing deals from $3,000 to $10,000. I have sold a lot of stuff on the internet. And what I've found is that out of all 8 services that I've just mentioned to you, the virtual assistant / staffing and the AI conversational bot building are 2 that do tremendously well with cold outreach, with advertising, and with selling on a sales call. Tremendously higher close rates. These offers I've been able to sell via text and email, which is unheard of. All of these other offers, you're having to get on these long sales calls and almost to a point argue with people that they need what you're offering. And by the way, if you need to argue with somebody on why they need to go with your service and that they're stupid for not taking it, the offer's not that good. Now, I hope you're not getting bored because then that means you're gonna have to work at Chipotle. Okay, so lock in, stay focused. I hope you have a notepad because we're gonna talk about getting your first client within this week. First things first, choosing your niche. We have a lot of niches here, okay? Contractors, med spas, chiros, realtors, investors. Now, contractors and investors have sub-niches, okay? Sub-niches meaning patio contractors, bathroom and kitchen contractors, sidewalk contractors, roofing contractors. Investors, you got wholesalers, you got fix and flippers. You got people that buy and hold. And then there's, of course, coaches, which everybody and their mother targets. I wouldn't recommend targeting coaches, by the way. Everybody's doing it. Remember what I said about saturation? And you got photographers, videographers, remote workers, pet care. Pet care's also got sub-niches like vets, like dog walkers, like poop scoopers. Then there's fitness and home security, home decor, and finance. Finance has sub-niches as well, like accounting and financial advisors. Now, I have to give this one to Alex Hormozi as well in terms of choosing a niche and sticking with it. And let me jump into this really quick, right? If you're thinking, do I need a niche? I've gone back and forth on this a whole lot, but through testing, just like my man here says, when you choose a specific niche and you dial in on specific problems for that specific niche, you can charge significantly more because people feel like you're speaking directly to them. And it's very rare that people are speaking directly to them and their problems and have solutions for specifically those people with their problems. And this is what Alex Hormozi says. I'm going to give you an example. If you said, I help dog walkers get 3 new clients a week in the Columbus, Ohio area, that would be very specific. Anybody that's a dog walker in Columbus, Ohio will most likely pay you for your service, and they'll pay you a lot more money than if you were just helping dog walkers across the whole entire United States, or versus just being an advertiser for any niche, right? Because that dog walker that lives in Columbus, Ohio is going to think that you must have an edge for that particular niche and location. Now, for getting your first client, you realistically cannot start any agency, any business online where you're selling something online without having a CRM. If you're not willing to get yourself a CRM, click off this video because you're not willing to take your business seriously. You're not willing to take your life seriously. Just get a job and accept the fact that you can't do this. But if you want to be like the big boys and you want to do big boy things and make big boy money or big girl money, you have to understand that you can't operate without a CRM because you're going to be disorganized. Okay, you're going to get overwhelmed because you have so many leads that are texting you on your personal cell phone. And if someone says, hey, I'm interested, I want to talk to you. But then 3 other people say, hey, I'm interested also. And then you call the first one that messaged you, but you already opened the message of the other 3. And then 4 more people text you, but they're not interested. And then you texted 50 new people for your outreach efforts. You could see how things start to get really, really messy, right? You're going to start to get overwhelmed. You're going to say, maybe this is not for me. I have so many different leads and I can't sift through and keep track of who's actually interested and who's not. On top of that, without a CRM, you have no automations, okay? If you're doing all of this through your personal cell phone, guess what? Your cell phone provider is eventually going to flag you as spam. And now every time you call your grandma, it's going to say spam risk. And she's going to pick up and say, don't ever call me again. I hate you. Don't ever call me. I hate robocallers. You're a piece of shit. I'm sick and tired of you calling me. And then you just lost your grandma. I don't want that to happen to you. I care about you, okay? And on top of that, there's CRMs out there that have literally all-in-one solutions, literally everything. I'm talking automations and funnel builders and calendar management, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to show you the rest in a bit, okay? Now, why do I have this guy here? This guy who thinks he's fucking awesome with his red jacket, his red hair, and his red Gucci fanny pack. Because I actually was introduced to a CRM by this guy right here, Tanner Chittister, when I joined the Elite CEOs program, which by the way costs like $13,700. And I made my first 10K in 30 days and got this cool little award. Has my name on it and stuff too, but Tanner Chittister's program was the first time that I was willing to spend over $10,000 on coaching. And the reason why I was open to paying $10,000 in coaching is because I really believe that if I invest a lot of money in myself, I can get ahead. And ultimately, obviously, I was right. But the day before I spoke to Tanner Chittister's team, I actually spoke to Rudy Mauer's team. And the only reason I spoke with them and became open to the idea of investing over $10,000 in mentorship is because I purchased a course. I think it was like $19 or something like that. It was the worst course I've ever taken in my life. But the only way I was able to access it, and get this, because this is really sleazy, I had to get on a call with their team just to get access to something that I paid for. And on that call, they tried to shove a sale down my throat and get me involved in their mentorship for $20,000. I think it was like $21,000 or something like that. And I'll be honest, like the salesperson was good, so I was really considering paying that. But I knew something in me told me like, nah, you know what? Take a look at a couple other programs and see what else is out there. So I chatted with Tanner Chittister's team, right? I was actually at a wedding. And I found them on YouTube because I had seen that he had a mentorship program a while back. I was at a wedding and I'm like on my phone texting the team because I got their number from their website. And I'm like, is this Tanner Chittister? Thinking back to it now, it definitely wasn't Tanner. The guy's won so many freaking awards. I think he has the $25 million ClickFunnels award or something like that. The guy was definitely not texting me. But I was also looking into Go High Level at the time. I was only using Active Campaign. And I texted him, I was like, are you using Go High Level right now? And he said yes. And then when I went into the program, started going through their courses and stuff, I realized how crazy Go High Level was. I've used probably dozens of CRMs. I've spent hundreds of dollars on different CRMs per month on really expensive ones. For instance, HubSpot. You actually start to use their stuff to the capacity of how I use Go High Level, they're going to charge you over $1,000 a month. Go High Level though, you can get for $97 a month. And by the way, I'm going to mention really quick, you do get a 30-day free trial with a specific link that I'm going to give you. By the way, this is extremely rare. Usually they only do 14-day free trials, but I want you to succeed. I want you to actually get your first client on a free trial so that it pays for itself. There's 3 different plans, the 97, 297, 497 plan. The 297 and 497 plan, you're actually able to white label it and get people to sign up under your CRM, which is white labeled Go High Level. And you could charge people a monthly subscription for a CRM that you didn't even have to build. You don't need to worry about this right now. This is something you could think about, and I'll talk more about that a little bit later on. But as of right now, you only need the $97 package. So you're going to get a 30-day free trial, which you can cancel at any time. And in a second, I'm actually going to show you how you can cancel it very, very easily. Because I don't want the fact that, oh, it's a trial and they have to make me put in my credit card. I don't want that to deter you from starting and building your business. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can cancel it. Now, looking at this cool little funnel here, Go High Level has all the following. This is why I use it. I'm going to run through this really quick so you don't get bored. Just unlimited phone numbers. They're like $1.50 per phone number. You could do text automations where they actually drip out over time, and you can make it to where if they reply to you, you say something different. If they say yes, you send this. If they say no, you send that. You can make it wait in between each text 5 hours or 2 hours or 5 days or 50 days. Same thing with email automations. You can actually do text and email automations in one. If someone says yes to you, you can make it send an email. And then you have a funnel and website builder just like ClickFunnels, but I think ClickFunnels right now is like $197. And you're getting the funnel building capabilities along with everything else for even cheaper than ClickFunnels. You also have calendar management, which is very similar to Calendly. You can let people book onto your calendar straight through Go High Level. You can also do ringless voicemail where you drop voicemails into people's voicemail box without them actually receiving a call. And I could send ringless voicemails out to thousands of people. And this is what I'm going to get into in a bit here. I can easily access thousands of people through methods that they've never even heard of. Everybody gets emails that are trying to sell them something. Everybody gets text messages that are trying to sell them something. What people don't get are ringless voicemails where they feel like they actually received a call from somebody and you could talk for a minute or 2 minutes within this voicemail, say anything that you want and get them to call you back or text you back. Now they're reaching out to you. Okay, you could do that with Go High Level. You can also do automated dialers where you actually create a queue for all the people that are in your contact list and call them back to back to back. There's other softwares like Batch Dialer or Mojo Dialer that cost like $150 to $200. You can now cancel those and use Go High Level. And you can organize your contacts, create smart lists. You could build out AI chatbots absolutely for free. And like I said before, you can actually white label the CRM, make it your own, and charge people a subscription each and every month. So if you want a quick visual, you can pause right now and read through this. This is everything I just said to you. Let me know if you have any questions on this. Now I'm about to jump into exactly how you can get your first client using ChatGPT and accessing thousands of leads. But very quickly, I need you to understand what's going on here. You're going to need a CRM. And unless you want to pay thousands of dollars for HubSpot, you 100% need to sign up for this Go High Level trial, 30-day trial, and do what I'm about to show you using ChatGPT. I will let you shoot me in my leg if you do everything that I say to the T and don't get your first client. I know for 100% fact that if you do what I'm about to show you, you will not only get your first client, but you'll be able to get clients on demand. Give a man a fish he eats for a day, teach a man to fish, and he'll be fed for a lifetime. That's what I'm going to do for you here. If you want to get all the free resources that I mentioned in the beginning, click on the link down below. It should say something like free resources and Go High Level trial. It's all within one link. I'm actually going to show you how to do that here in a bit as well. But immediately, once you put in your information, like your name and your email, I'm going to send you these things right here. Okay, the 14-day roadmap on how to build your dynamic staffing agency within 14 days and get your first client. You're going to get my staffing agency ebook as well as the audiobook immediately. The next page after that, you're going to sign up for your 30-day free trial. And once you sign up for your 30-day free trial, you're automatically going to get all of these things. Okay, this will send to you all at once you start the trial. Yes, I'll get a little bit of a kickback. Okay, big deal. Woohoo. I'm giving you free value here. And I'm literally going to be giving you free value in exchange for you signing up for something for free. So like, be mad at me, whatever. You get access to 9 of my courses. Okay, and these are the courses right here. Okay, look at all these freaking courses you get. It's insane. Goes over ads, ads and building out funnels and KPIs and text automations, email automations, hiring virtual assistants, everything you need to succeed in this business. You're going to get a Go High Level snapshot, which basically means all of the stuff I have within my Go High Level will be able to be plugged into your Go High Level with a click of a button, meaning my automations and my funnels, my calendars, all that stuff. My winning ads. Now, I know you see Maxwell Finn here, this guy's face right here. I paid over $6,000, I think $6,700 for Maxwell Finn's advertising program. Okay, I'm showing you a bunch of faces here of all my different mentors. I've had a bunch of mentors and I spent a lot of money to learn the stuff that I'm going to give you here for free. Maxwell Finn is one of the first people that showed me how to create actual winning ads and target specific audiences and create ads on demand, hundreds of ads within a span of a few hours or even less than that. So if you do decide to run ads, which I'm not going to show you how to do here, I'm going to show you a free way because I'm assuming you're starting out with nothing. But if you're wanting to run ads in the future, you're going to want my winning ads and you're going to want my courses on ads. You get the SOPs, which means standard operating procedures on how I do appointment setting, on how I hire people, blah, blah, blah. You get access to my school community, which as of right now has 762 members. And I charge a monthly fee to get into that. You'll get in for free. You'll get access to my calls that I have on Wednesdays in that school group. You get access to my ads and VSL scripts, the sales call recordings that I have, and I have dozens of sales call recordings. So you can literally copy exactly what I say when I'm talking to people and say it to the prospects that you're talking to. KPI tracker sheet. You also get my Instagram cold outreach method where I show you how to send thousands of DMs a day if you want to save money on ads and just do cold outreach. So this is all of the stuff that you're getting just by signing up for a free trial with the CRM. This is Danilo here, who went on to get his first client and immediately hopped on a call with me because he was so excited. And he went on to close a bunch of other deals as well. This is one of the group calls that I've had recently where Kiva was mentioning that she was getting a whole bunch of leads through her ads. And this is the same person that even before she started running ads, she closed 4 deals for $8,000 within 1 week. And you'll learn how to build really cool funnels and all that cool stuff. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Now that I've gone through all the ideas, my methodology, my thinking, my frame of creating a really good offer and why I framed it the way that I do, we've gone over that you should lead with either AI chatbots, conversational chatbots, or virtual assistants. I mostly lead with virtual assistants and hiring virtual assistants for business owners that need more help in their business and want to save money instead of hiring somebody locally. There's no offer fatigue for this offer, so I'm going to show you how you can get your first client. And the way that I structure my pricing, I want to show you right now before I jump into it. Now, for a virtual assistant recruitment. Now, if I'm leading with this, I'm expecting to sell this for $2,000 to $3,000. Okay, now I usually do anywhere from like $3,500 to $4,000, but you as a beginner, you want to make it a little bit cheaper since you're kind of just starting out. Once I lead with this, I will be able to then upsell them to various services, okay? Look at this. Once I have them on the hook for a virtual assistant, I can upsell them ads, right? This includes ideation and scripting and editing and actually launching and showing them how to do it for themselves. They won't need to ever rely on an agency ever again. That's what also puts you ahead and makes this offer a no-brainer. Hey, instead of going with agencies that are going to charge you $5,000 a month, why don't I just show you how to run ads, launch it with you, script it with you, and the courses that I'm giving you access to will show you how to do all this stuff. So if you're a little bit nervous, don't be. I can upsell this for $3,000. And I have, as you can see here on YouTube on my sales calls. I can upsell building a funnel for them. Okay, and this could be $1,000. I can upsell building out their text and email automations as well. Okay, look at this. I would charge about $2,000 for this. And then I can upsell building out an AI chatbot for them, an AI booking bot, a conversational bot, a customer service bot, and I could charge them $2,000 for this as well. And that's not to mention that with the text and email automations, I can white label my Go High Level, which I have, and make them come onto my Go High Level CRM and charge anywhere from $97 to $500 per month. Usually you want to stick to the lower end so you can actually compete with Go High Level and other CRMs. So not only do I have the potential from the VA recruitment, let's call it $3,000, then funnel $4,000, $7,000 for the ads, $9,000 for the AI bot, $11,000 for the text and email automations. I can also make $97 recurring per month. You can even charge less than that if you want for Go High Level, meaning that you could charge $50 for Go High Level if you want. Well, let's just call it $97 for the sake of easy math. And if they stayed with me for an entire year, we're talking $11,000 for this, plus $1,164, putting us at a whopping $12,164 off of one client. Now, where does that fall next to our shitty $500 offer, average 3-month retention, $1,500 off of one client? If they stay for double the average retention, whoop-de-doo, I made $3,000. Who cares, right? After all that work, 6 months of work. Okay, this is caca-poo-poo. Okay, so let's go ahead and explore this. Let's go ahead and get ourselves our first client. If you're surprised that I'm giving all this value for free, I think it's probably about that time that you say, holy crap, Joseph, I cannot believe you're giving this stuff up for free. This is crazy. Yes, I know. It's nuts. It's nuts. Okay, now again, I promise you I'll show you exactly how to cancel Go High Level so that you can go into the trial with confidence that if for any reason at all you want to cancel, you can. There's one link below that says resources and free trial XYZ. Click that link, sign up for the free trial. If you ever want to cancel, go to your agency settings, okay? This is Go High Level. Mine is yellow because I customized it. Yours will probably be gray. Now you need to go to the agency view. You'll know you're on the agency view because when you click here to switch, it will not say switch to agency mode. If it says switch to agency mode, click that. We need to be in agency mode. We're going to go to our settings. We're going to go to billing. As you can see, I'm on the $497 plan. Now right here below the subscription, it's going to say want to modify / cancel your subscription. Just click that, click on show more, and then click cancel. simple. That's it. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Now, if you click on the link down below to get the free resources, it looks just like this. I'm going to walk you through this for anybody that's struggling to figure out where to go and what it looks like. You're going to go to this page using the link I give you. You're going to click on get the free resources. You're going to put in your information. Once you put in your information, you're going to click get access now. You're immediately going to get access to the ebook, the audiobook, and then it's going to bring you to the 30-day free trial where you're going to click this and then go ahead and sign up. And then you'll immediately have access to your Go High Level CRM. And I have a course that I'm giving you that shows you exactly how to navigate Go High Level to the fullest degree possible. Okay, so just make sure you go through these steps and sign up right here just like this. Now, first things first, I mentioned to you, you need to choose a niche. The riches are in the niches, okay? So in this example, I'm going to choose patio contractors. And I live in Brooklyn, New York, but I like using Columbus, Ohio today for some reason as an example. So I'm going to say patio contractors in Columbus, Ohio. Now, here's the key. I'm going to put quotation, @gmail.com, end quotation, and then quotation, TEL for telephone, end quotation. And this is going to show me all of the patio contractors that their Gmails and their phone numbers are listed on their website, and Google SEO picks it up. And now all I need to do, and I promise you, listen to what I'm saying here, okay? You're going to need Go High Level for this, and you're going to need ChatGPT for this, which is free. I'm going to go ahead and collect all of these phone numbers and emails, right? I could literally just click on Command A if I have a Mac or Control A if I have a Windows. I'm going to click copy. I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to type in, please organize all of these leads into a CSV file with company name, email, phone, so I can download it. And then I'm going to click on Command V if I have a Mac and just paste it. If you have Windows, it's Control V. Or you could just right click and click paste. Now, once I've done that, I just click on enter. Watch how amazing this is. Now, we're not quite done yet, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to click on download. Now I literally have their phone number, their email, and the company name, and I can import this directly into Go High Level. Now, I'm not quite done yet. I obviously want to get a lot more than 10 leads. So I'm going to go page to page. This should take me about 15 minutes or less. Okay, I'm going to go page to page. I'm going to do this for 10 pages. So I can immediately start off with about 100 leads. Okay, and you can do this in any city that you want. It could be your city. It could be a city that you like, or you could just look up the most popular cities because they're going to be the most dense in terms of population, and just go page to page to page, scrape as many leads as possible. And then let's pretend that I've collected about 100 leads. Now I'm going to go into my Go High Level trial. I'm going to import these contacts like this. Okay, I'm going to click import. I'm going to drag the file from my desktop. You see right here. Once I've dragged it, I'm going to click next. You can see it automatically finds the contact fields. I'm going to click next. I'm going to name this patio contractors and put the date so that I don't get confused in the future. So I'll put 10/10/24. So I'll put whatever date it is. So let's say X/X/XX. You'll put the actual date. And then we're going to click confirm. We're going to click advanced as well. And we're going to add a tag. Okay, we're going to say patio contractors. We're just going to put actually PC Google. And we can also put the date if we want, or if we want to just organize it all by the same, PC Google tag for all of the contacts that I do. I can do that. So I can add one tag, and then I can also add another tag for the date. Okay, so let's just say X/X. For you, you'll put the actual date. This way you could stay very, very organized. You can also immediately add them into a specific campaign if you want. Okay, I'm not going to do this now because I want to show you the campaign and help you understand the campaign. But in the future, if you already have the campaign set up and you watched through this whole video already, you can skip ahead and just do, the workflow/campaign that I'm about to show you. For now, I'm not going to do that. So let's turn this off, and we're going to click submit. I'm going to go ahead and refresh the page. Now, while that's loading, I want you guys to understand something really quick. Whether you're using your personal cell phone or you're using Go High Level's phone, you can purchase multiple phone numbers. That's the great thing about Go High Level. So if I have one phone number that gets marked as spam, I can go and buy another one. That's why I'd recommend never use your personal cell phone. But while we're on this topic, I would never cold email through Go High Level, okay, or my personal email. I would never cold text through Go High Level or my personal phone number. I would cold call, okay? I'm going to give that a yellow. Now, the reason why I wouldn't cold email or cold text is because through cold email, the more people that unsubscribe to you, or if you send an email and it bounces, the more you're going to hurt the state of your email, okay? You want to have a really good email domain, and you don't want it to be affected to the point that all your emails are ending up in the spam box. So the more people that unsubscribe and the more emails that bounce will cause you to start to end up in the spam box. Now, for cold texting, when you're texting from a CRM, if someone says the word stop to you or they say the word cancel, you will no longer be able to text that person in the future. And on top of that, Twilio gets notified, which is the service provider for the phones. They'll be notified and see you as a spam risk. And then every time you call people or text people, it's going to say spam risk or robocaller or whatever. And I don't like to hurt my numbers. I don't want to have to keep buying new numbers. So I don't want that to happen. And on top of that, Twilio might flag you and say, yo, we don't want you buying phone numbers anymore. So don't cold text. But cold calling, people can't text me stop. We're going to be on the phone. But you still face the issue of people saying, hey, I'm on the do not call list. I think it's like a federal list or something like that, government, whatever. So you're not supposed to call certain people that are on that do not call list. There's ways to get around that and only call specific people that aren't on the do not call list. Now, this isn't advice from me, but I know people that call people that are still on the do not call list. Again, I'm not saying to do it, but a lot of people do it. Your choice, it's your discretion. But now with ringless voicemail, okay? Oh, ringless voicemail. They're not actually on the phone with me. They're not receiving a text from me. They're not receiving an email from me. They can't text me stop. I mean, they can, but they thought I actually called them. So they're not going to just text me stop. That would be weird. They can't unsubscribe or anything like that. So in terms of making sure I don't get affected and being like a spam risk or anything like that, I have nothing to worry about when it comes to cold ringless voicemails. This is my absolute favorite. Now, Now, I'm not going to select a whole bunch of leads, but just follow along with me. Hopefully you have at least 100 leads that you can do this with. I'm going to actually add them to an automation. Okay, we can't do that now because we didn't create the automation yet, but I'm going to create what's called a ringless voicemail automation. I'm going to go to my automations. I'm going to click create workflow. I'm going to click start from scratch. I'm going to name this patio contractor, or I'll just put patio C ringless VM. Use capital letters. I'm just using one hand right now. Now, I don't need a trigger, okay? You could watch my course and understand what a trigger is, but I don't need a trigger because I'm going to be manually adding them. I'm going to do voicemail. Now, it's not going to let me save this until I actually put a voicemail in here. So I just uploaded one of my old voicemails. I'm going to actually tell you what to say on this voicemail. Now, I'm going to duplicate this twice, okay? I want 3 voicemails to go out. So I'm going to do copy action. I'm going to copy here, and I'm going to do the same thing again. And then I'm going to put wait. I'm going to make it wait 1 day, and I can actually name this wait 1 day just so I can stay organized and understand what it is. And I'm going to copy this. See how easy it is to make some automations? Look at this. Copy action. Boom. By the way, whatever your offer is, you can do this with any offer, okay? Just come up with the voicemail, come up with the leads that you want to reach out to, the niche that you want to choose. You can do this with any. And you can do text, and you can do emails, you can do calls if you want. In this case, for the reasons that I mentioned, I'm just going to do voicemail. Now let's pretend I uploaded the voicemails that I wanted. Okay, and in a bit here, I'm going to tell you what the script should look like. I'm going to click publish and save. Now I'm going to stay here for the sake of you following along with me. If you have an iPhone, you can go to voice memos. Okay, go to voice memos. If you have an Android, just look up voice, whatever. I'm going to record on my phone a quick voicemail. Watch this. Okay, this is going to be off the cuff. It's not going to be amazing, but you'll get the general idea. Okay, look. Hey, what's going on? I just saw that you have a patio contractor business. I actually think I was referred over to you. I think one of my friends used you in the past. But I was looking at your website. Looks like you do a lot of really good work. I was just actually curious if you have assistants that work for you, because I have somebody that's looking for a job. I have an assistant overseas that I pay about $5 an hour. If you're looking for an assistant that's over in the Philippines, only $5 an hour, they could take calls for you, emails and things like that. They're really, really great. Just shoot me a text at this number and, we could chat about it. Thanks. Now, notice how I didn't sound like I was selling them something and I said I actually have an assistant that maybe you'd be interested in hiring for $5 an hour. You are going to get a very high reply rate to that. Now, as far as the second and third voicemail, you're going to pretty much say the same exact thing, but it's going to have a different intro. It's going to sound like this. Hey, sorry if I caught you at a bad time. I actually called you yesterday. I did want to check in and just see if you needed an assistant, because I have an assistant that actually works with contractors and she needs a job. She's really, really great. I just had somebody let her go because they were downsizing. So let me know if you'd want an assistant for $5 an hour. They're overseas, really, really hard worker. I could put you in contact ASAP. Just shoot me a text. And you'll say the same thing, just a little bit of a variation for that third voicemail, okay? You can do this with any niche, and instead of saying patio contractor, you'll just say whatever niche it was that you're reaching out to. So it seems actually personalized. That's why it's good to niche down. I'm gonna upload these voicemails here, okay? One quick side note, and I know that I'm gonna get some comments. Hey, the file that I sent over to my MacBook, I emailed it, but it looks like it's not the right file. You're gonna need specifically an MP3 file. For some reason, the iPhone creates an M4A file. This is going to be very easy to follow. Okay, look. First off, you can email this to yourself, or you can AirDrop if you have a Mac, if you want to get the file over. If you want to share it, all you have to do is click on the 3 dots right there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's 3 dots. Click the 3 dots. Click where it says share. Okay, it says share right there. And I'll be able to either AirDrop or I can actually email it. Okay, I know you can't really see that too well, but just follow along with what I'm saying. So you can email it to yourself, and then you're going to need to convert the file. So I'm going to look up M4A to MP3. I'm going to click on Cloud Convert, and then I'll upload it here. Okay, you don't have to worry about all this extra stuff. I'm going to click on next, and then I'm going to convert it, download it, and then upload it directly to Go High Level. Now that I've uploaded my 3 voicemails, I'm going to go back. I'm going to click on all the contacts that I uploaded. For me, it's just a few. For you, it should be over 100. I'm going to click on Add to Automation. Okay, proceed. I'm going to look for my patio workflow. I'm going to click Add All at Once. I'm going to type in VM for voicemail. It doesn't matter what you name the action. It's just an internal thing. And I'm going to literally add all of them to the automation. I'm not going to do this now because I don't want to send those voicemails to them. But one quick side note, if you're doing like hundreds of people, like you have a fat list of leads, don't do it all at once because you can get flagged because you're sending so many at once. That's the only reason you can get flagged for voicemails. I would want to do add and drip mode. I could start it tonight, click check, batch quantity, I want to send 100 at a time, repeat after 1 hour, so it's going to send 100 every hour. And then as far as start, I want to choose a time that's reasonable. So we'll say 10 a.m. to about 8 p.m. And if I have a big list, it might carry over into the next day or a couple days. So make sure you have this 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. If you're using a different time zone, look up their time zone. Make sure that you're not sending it 10 a.m. your time, but it's going to Los Angeles, so it's 7 a.m. their time, and they'll be mad. Make sure you only do it at a time that's reasonable within their time zone. Because sometimes the ringless voicemails will ring for like 3 seconds or 2 seconds. So it might look like they got a call, but it hangs up immediately. And then I'm going to click on Add to Automation, okay? If in the case I don't have a big list, it's just like 100 or less, or maybe 200, I'll add them all at once. I would send maybe maximum like 500 voicemails at once your account's warmed up. If your account's new, I would only send like 100 at once. You have to get warmed up a bit. Now, I've been filming for about 2 hours. I didn't expect to be filming this long, but I hope you got a lot of value. Once they answer you, you simply have a conversation with them and let them know, hey, I charge whatever you want to charge, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for a virtual assistant when they're on the phone with you. Okay, don't do this via text. Okay, if you want a higher chance of actually closing the deal, you want to talk to them about pricing on the phone. You're going to do what's called gap selling. You're going to ask what they need the virtual assistant for. What exactly are you looking to have them do? Okay, don't overcomplicate this. I talk about the whole process in my ebook and audiobook, and obviously in the course, you can watch my sales calls and see how I sell. You're going to find out the problem, make sure they have a strong problem, make sure they need a virtual assistant now, okay? And that they're wanting to pay $5 and they're not wanting to pay 15, 20, 25 locally. Once you get all your ducks in a row and you find out that they really have a problem and they really have a strong need, then at that point, you let them explore what a virtual assistant looks like, getting one with you. You could simply say, hey, the virtual assistant I had in mind for you actually already got picked up, but I'm more than happy to get you another one. There is a recruitment fee. It's going to be, $1,000, $2,000, whatever your price is. And you'll use onlinejobs.ph. You can also get that for free using a link that I have within the course. Onlinejobs.ph, you could post your first job ad for free using the link I have in the course. You'll post on there, you'll get a bunch of applications. You do a few interviews using what I've shown within the course. Since you're just starting out and you don't have a big team and stuff, you could do 10 interviews, narrow it down to 3, pass on a list of 3 virtual assistants, right? Include the interview recordings. I also give you interview questions. The interview could just be 10 minutes long. Very, very simple. I've made this, oh my God, I've made this so easy for you. Give them a spreadsheet with those 3 candidates, include the interview recording. You could use Zoom and record it, include that recording. And there's also stuff like personality tests you can have them do and sample jobs and stuff. I'm not going to get into all the logistics. You can learn more about that in the course. You don't need to do that in the very beginning with your first client. But where you can make $4,000, $5,000, even $10,000 is by seeing if they also have a need for ads, seeing if they also have a need for building out CRM automations, text automations. Do they have appointments that they set very often that they want to send reminders via text and via email? You could set that stuff up for them. And all of these skills that I'm talking about here, you can use within the course I'm giving you for free. Now, if you don't understand by this point that I've literally given you everything that I've learned over the course of these last 2 years building my business and spending over $46,000 in coaching, you are insane. If you already have Go High Level, so you're not able to get the free bonuses, you could just join my school group. I also have the link for that down below. Now that you've learned this, you need to know exactly how I sell, okay? So I'm going to actually put right here on this video one of my sales calls where I sold somebody for over $7,000. If you watch that sales call, you'll be able to go into your calls with confidence and know exactly what to say. So if you want to continue down the path of not working at Chipotle, click on the video, which I've put somewhere here. Watch that video. Watch how I sell. I also have a few courses here for free on YouTube. Subscribe to my stuff. Like this if you liked it. Notice how this whole video, I didn't say anything about subscribing or liking. Now I'm going to ask you, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on that bell notification so you can see my future videos. I'm going to be putting out way more value like this. I really hope you liked the video. I put a lot of effort into it. Go watch that sales call video. I'll see you in the next one.